Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. Today I'll be talking about two of my Chanel purses. They are the Chanel Classic Flap and the Chanel Classic Mini. First, let's talk about the Chanel Classic Flap in the small size. This is in the Cartier leather and gold hardware. And this is a double flap. This is how it looks on the front, on the side, on the back, and at the bottom. So let's take a look at how it looks on the inside. We got the first flap, and there's a zipper pocket. This is where Coco Chanel would be hiding her love letter. That was the original design, but I don't think nowadays anybody would be using it unless you're trying to hide some cash or receipts, etc. There's another pocket in between the two flaps, but again, like, I guess you can fit like a passport or something thin inside, but I wouldn't recommend stuffing it too much just because it might stretch out the two flaps. And the two flaps are actually holding by some stitchings right here. So if you are stuffing it too much, the stitch on the back right here might become loose or even like break. So I wouldn't recommend, stuffing it too much. And this is the second flap with the Chanel logo. This is the main pocket with two card slot and a lipstick slot. I have tried stuffing lipstick in it, and honestly I think it works. Like, this is a very smart design because a lot of time it's quite hard for me to find my lipstick among with other stuff in my pocket. So this is actually very useful slot, or you can even fit a pen inside if it's not too long. And this is the front pocket. And lastly is the back pocket. Some people would fit their phone inside, but again, I wouldn't recommend it just because I have a feeling that it might stretch the leather too much, and it will lose the shape. So I wouldn't recommend stuffing anything thick. So this is a small size. It's the size in between the medium and the mini. So on the day that I went to purchase the purse, I was actually looking for a medium or a mini. However, I was told that there's no mini as it was always sold out everywhere, but they had both the small and the medium, and I tried both of them on. The reason why I finally chose the small size was because I'm actually quite petite. I'm only 5 feet, so a small size would actually look better on me compared to the medium. And that was the only reason why I went with the small size. However, after owning it for a few years, I kind of regret it. I kind of regret not purchasing the medium, only because the medium at the time was only $200 more, and then it could actually fit a lot more, even though it doesn't look that much bigger. But in terms of capacity, it was a lot more than the small size. So I would say in terms of capacity, the small size is quite similar to the mini size, but for the price, it's actually 1/3 more than the mini. So I would say for the money, for the value, I would go for either the medium or the mini. I'm actually gonna compare the two side by side so you can kind of get an idea. So this is not the classic quilted mini, but it's in the mini category, I would say. This is the patent leather. So the it looks a lot smaller compared to the small, but honestly, because of the double flap, they can pretty much hold the same amount of stuff. I can do a what's fit inside video to compare the two later on. But yeah, but it looks a lot bigger, but actually it doesn't hold that much. And it's the price itself, it's actually 1/3 more. So yeah, I would recommend anybody, unless you're petite like me, otherwise go for the medium or the mini. Now, in terms of the wear and tear, because I have purchased the Carvier leather, so I would say this is a very sturdy and durable bag. I've been using it for when I travel. I actually used this purse on a trip to Bali, Indonesia, and I actually bring it with me to the beach. I actually literally, I wasn't babying the purse. I was using it and I would put it on the sand. I would put it on the beach. It would be exposed to like broad sunlight, but I don't see any damage to it. It still looks brand new. I don't have any scratch on the corners. And the only wear and tear I have found so far would be the leather on the, yeah, right here. I think it was a scratch from my key or something. But other than that, it looks just like brand new. And yeah, I love the Carvier leather. I used to own a Carvier leather navy blue wallet on chain in the silver hardware, and I loved the purse. I loved it so much. The only reason why I sold it was because it was too small for me. After I had a baby, I had to, begin to carry a lot more stuff. For that purse, I actually have used it for like almost 5 years. And I always, like, it was my everyday purse. I've used it a lot. I even used it as an umbrella in a snowstorm in New York City. But I wouldn't recommend anyone doing it, but I did it, and yeah, there was no damage to it. Like, I was literally holding it on top of my head to cover myself. I got snow on it, I got water on it, I got rain on it, but I just wipe it off with a tissue and it looks as brand new again. So yeah, wear and tear is perfect. Now let's talk about the Chanel Mini. I don't think this is the classic Mini, just because it's not the classic quilted or chiffon print, I think. I think this was a seasonal piece, but it's in the mini size, or like similar to the mini size, so I would just call it a mini. It has the classic Chanel camellia flower with the logo in the middle, and it's in patent leather. And there's also a a back pocket in the back. I purchased this from Fashionphile like 3 years ago, and it was a little bit less than $1,000 for a purse that's similar to the classic mini flap design. I think it was a good price, so I bought it, and I have been loving this purse a lot. The quality or the condition of the purse wasn't really brand new. It was kind of like a used condition, I believe, but overall it still looked very beautiful. And a lot of people say that the patent leather, it's really hard to maintain because it would have a lot of like color transfer, but maybe because this is the black color, I didn't find any color transfer on it. There was one time that I had a Chanel card holder in the patent leather, and it did got color transfer a lot, but for this black one, I don't think it was a problem. I mean, I don't have any color transfer, but again, like, the condition was in use, and I believe this was a early 2000 piece or the late 1990s. So it's like, it's all almost 20 years old or more than 20 years old. For a purse to be this old and in this condition, very nice quality. So this is a single flap, and this is how it looked like. It's all black with a inner card holder. This is a one big compartment. So like I mentioned earlier, although it looks a lot smaller compared to the small size, but the capacity is very similar. So I will be doing a comparison between the two in terms of what fits inside, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Like, even though this looks a lot bigger, but I guess like it doesn't hold that much, and this one looks a lot smaller, but it can hold a lot than you think. But so yeah, overall I love this purse, especially if it was a used piece and in such good price. It was, I believe it was like $900 something, so it's even less than $1,000. And the design, I would say it's on the classic side, because it has the classic camellia flower, and it has the gold hardware and black patent leather. So I think this is a steal. What do you think? Leave me a comment in below, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing more videos talking about different purses, reviews on them. And if you like my channel, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see you again. Bye bye.